Titans out here, back to do another video review, and while I was reviewing my selection of videos, I kind of realized something that kind of shocked me. I have no classics in my reviews. I have no Transformer Classic reviews, as far as I can tell. I've got Universe 2.0s, but I have no literal classics from back in 2000, from like in early 2005, 2006. So, I figured I'm going to rectify that with one of my BotCon purchases, Classics Cliffjumper. Oh yes, I got this guy for about $15, which I thought was a pretty fair, about a fair deal for this guy, especially since in packaging I've only seen him for $60 is the cheapest. So I say I got a pretty good deal. So yeah, this is pretty awesome, and I really love this figure, and I so regret passing this up when Classics were first coming out. I really do. I really wish I hadn't skipped, but I did, and I kicked myself for years afterwards. I finally fixed that problem, and like I said, I think in my haul video, I'm trying to find an upgrade kit for him to give him his more Generation 1 head. I just haven't found one that is cheap, so to speak. But yes, as you can see, he is a car just like the Classics Bumblebee, except with a red with this very nice, very interesting silver detail. Very rocky and elemental. And it's not the same on no, I guess it is the same on both sides. Huh. Would have been interesting if it was different on both sides. But yeah, this is pretty cool. He does come with a trailer hitch, which has a little jet ski on it. I think the story behind this is that in Japan, families in Japan will rent a small car with a little trailer hitch and go to the beach with it for like a day or 2 days. And this is the kind of vehicle they would drive down there. Although I don't know if it'd have the spoiler. And while I do have the Bumblebee version, I actually took the spoiler off him. So they look at least a little different in their vehicle modes besides colors. But yes. Cliffjumper in the Generation 1 cartoon was very unique, as besides just being a straight repaint / slight remold of Bumblebee, he was a very, how should I say, gun-happy Transformer. He was very eager to fight the Decepticons. And in fact, during the Generation 1 cartoon, transforming during, I want to say episode 1, he almost had a chance to take out Megatron, but missed with the very iconic signs. And it was with Hound at the time and said, "I got Megatron dead in my crosshairs." And for some reason, dead in his crosshairs means just above Megatron's shoulder. But yeah, he's a really interesting character who, if I'm not mistaken, dies during the Transformers movie. And I think he dies off screen. I may be wrong. It's been forever since I've seen the Transformers movie. I gotta dig that DVD back up and watch it. Or iTunes need to get off their butt and put it on iTunes. But yes, this is his robot mode, which, as you can tell, uses the exact same Bumblebee head. What you gonna do? It's Hasbro. It was a quick and easy repaint. Now the jet ski part actually subs in as his weapon, which it transforms into a jetpack. Bumblebee could also do this with his jet ski. Not sure how a Transformer is supposed to fly with a jetpack like this, but it is still pretty interesting. And if you do want a weapon for Cliffjumper, surprise, surprise, at least with mine, his peg holes in his hands are big enough to fit Construct Bot weapons. I found that a lot of figures that couldn't easily, as long as they have the 5mm peg holes, can fit a Construct Bot gun in their hand quite easily. So I end up giving him this machine gun just to make him look a little bit more meaner. But yes, I think this is an awesome figure. If you can find him, I do recommend picking him up. Out of box, if you really, really want one, I wouldn't recommend paying more than $30 with everything unscratched and undamaged. Like I said, I picked mine up for 15 at BotCon, so if you can find them at a dealer room for that kind of price, definitely jump on it. In-box, I want to say in-box I wouldn't pay more than $45, and that's if you're planning on not opening the box. If you just want the figure in box. But out of box, I wouldn't pay more than $30, just because this figure is starting to get a wee bit old. And technically with Bumblebee, this is the third Bumblebee I've gone through. I'm trying to be very careful because all my Bumblebees have had their windshields crack up the middle. So be wary with either one of these to make sure to check to see if that right here, right in the middle, in fact, where it kind of nestles, I guess at the best place, right about at his crotch, where it kind of sits, can easily be cracked if you're not careful. So be wary of that when you're picking this figure up. But other than that, I still think it's a great figure to pick up. If you can, go ahead and do it. So until next time, this is Titan Zed saying I'll see ya when I see ya.